Hello, fabulous humans. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, then guess what? You have just stumbled across the most fabulous place on YouTube that nobody knows about. Well, welcome. I am so happy to have you here. And while I have you here, you need to go do what you do. So I'm going to give you 5-10 seconds to subscribe to the channel, to go do what you do. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell so you always be notified when I upload a new video. And also hit the thumbs up button for this video so YouTube knows that your little old me, little girl right here, she needs a little shine. Not like I don't even shine enough, because I be shining. Yeah, I'm always shining. Anyways, hit the notification bell so you always be notified when I upload a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you for coming back. You chose to come back and you are truly appreciated. Now, before we get into the video, let's do some housekeeping. My foundation is Lancome Tint Idol. I love it for recording. Lancome and NARS, I think, really looks good. Sometimes when I go back and I look at some of the pictures I use for thumbnail, I'm like, oh, what foundation did I use here? What foundation did I use there? Because that's given. This is given. This is, so I try to figure it out. But I have Lancome on today. On my eyes, I have Natasha Denona Sunset Palette mixed with the Jackie Aina palette. And for my lips, I have Fenty. This is the Fenty lip gloss in the shade Cookie Jar. This is the cream lip gloss. I really like this. This works really good in the fall. So hopefully I don't burn through it a lot, because I would need another one, but it's in the shade Cookie Jar. And I'll link it down below if you're interested. Now, today's video is about being a boss babe. Like, I even pulled out my blazer. This is like a bodysuity kind of blazer. It's not a structured blazer, but I'm trying to be a boss. So if you are a boss, if you're trying to be a boss, you want to smell like a boss, then I have 12 fragrances that I picked out from my collection. And it was so hard, because I feel like when I buy fragrances, for me to buy a fragrance, I want it to smell like a boss. Like that's what I look for in a fragrance. Like, you know, we want to smell like Arabic princess, a Dubai queen. You know, we want to be catapulted to Dubai and Qatar and be fabulous. So this was hard to narrow down. But I have 12 fragrances here that I selected. And if you are interested in seeing what the 12 Boss Babe fragrances are, one, you need to go get yourself a blazer. Okay, go get yourself a blazer, get yourself a cup of coffee or tea. I'm a tea drinker, so if you're a tea drinker, go get yourself a cup of tea and get comfy cozy, and let's talk about being a boss. In no particular order. The first Boss Babe fragrance. This is the fragrance that when I want to smell like a boss, not just a boss's wife. That's what I get with this fragrance. I am the wife of the boss. I am the wife of the billionaire. So I have bossy qualities, bossy elements, but I'm just not at the job doing the day-to-day in and end. I just give orders. And that is from, you know, when I make a fragrance video, Zurge have got to be in it. But this is Accento Overdose. This fragrance right here, masterpiece. When I smell it, like, it is so perfect. This has pine as the base notes, which I never thought I liked pine. It has jasmine. It also has rose in here, but I don't pick up on the rose. I pick up on the jasmine. It has aldehydes. It is so opulent. I always say this fragrance gives Jeff Bezos' wife, Mark Zuckerberg's wives, like, they're not working, they're not slaving, but they're still a boss. Like, when they walk into a room, when they come in, they can give orders. They're on the list as employees, but they're there on payroll. They're not there in the office. They're just there collecting their millions. Oh, this fragrance is so good. It's so opulent. I think of going to Paris when I think of this. Take me to Paris. Take me to the Eiffel Tower. Take me to the museum. Take me to Hermes. Take me to Chanel. I just want to be up in Italy. That's what I guess from this fragrance. This is an ultimate boss babe scent. If you want to smell like a boss, the boss of the boss of the boss. And I'm not talking about your boss. No, not that kind of boss. I am not talking about the VP. No, no, no. I'm talking about the owner of your company's wife. The owner of your company's wife, that kind of boss. Then you need to get yourself Accento Overdose. This is a masterpiece fragrance. The second fragrance I'm going to talk about, I'm already getting my suit, like I'm getting my blazer ready. Like, are you ready for this? This is, she controls, she controls the world. This fragrance is a stunner. This is one of the greatest fragrances ever created, in my opinion. In fact, the first two fragrances I'm talking about are one of the greatest fragrances, in my opinion, ever created. That is Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. This fragrance, I don't know what Dominique Ropion was thinking when he was creating this fragrance. Like, what was his, where was his head that day? Like, what did he think about going into creating this fragrance? I feel like his head was on fire and he just went, oof, crazy. This is rose and incense. This is taking me to Dubai. This is taking me to Qatar. This is taking me to Saudi Arabia. This is taking me to Morocco. This is taking me everywhere luxurious. When I think of this, I'm thinking 24 karat gold. We're going to Turkey. Oh my God. This fragrance is the epitome of a boss. The lady that owns this, she has her own company. She's running things. She is just one private jet here, one to the other. She's shuttling between the Middle East. This fragrance is a masterpiece. Dominique Ropion, he's my favorite perfumer. He gets me. When I'm looking for oil money, a boss babe scent, I go to him because he gives you the oil before the oil, before the oil, before the oil. He understands me. He gets me. Sergio Momo gets me. Dominique Ropion gets me. It doesn't matter what house he creates for. I live for his fragrances. And that is Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. But we have a cheapie. Because, you know, sometimes we want to smell like a boss, but we ain't got all our coins together. And that's me. Because I want to smell like I'm in Dubai. I want to smell like royalty. I want to smell like gold. I want to smell like diamonds. But sometimes it's like, it's hard. And that's when this fragrance comes in. And that is my number 3 fragrance. That's Seha Sheila from the House of Swiss Arabia. This fragrance, if you're able to get it with a discounter, you should get it. This fragrance is stunning. It's reminiscent of Portrait of a Lady. It has rose and oud vibes. So if you like oud satin mood, you like rose Amayad. If you like rose and oud, you would like this. If you like incense, you would like this. This is gorgeous. This, when I smell this, I think of Dubai. But if I'm going to Dubai, I'm not going to wear this because this is Dubai. This is Dubai Mall. So when I think of this, it's so luxurious. This in the fall, when it's a bit windy, you wear this. And the weather is kind of cold, a cool fall night, you wear this. You're going to be given all shades of money. The woman that wears this is like I'm thinking like a VP. A C-level executive. When she comes through the hallway, you know she's coming, and then you're gonna start acting busy. But then you find out that her fragrance isn't even that expensive, okay? But this is such a boss babe scent, and I think that you need to get your hands on this. The next fragrance on my list is a boss babe scent, but this is that boss babe. Like for me, I'm thinking myself like short hair, the lady that everybody says smells amazing, but she's a boss. I'm thinking she's in the beauty industry. She has her own salon. You know, the boss babes that do hair, they're collecting all our coins. If you want to do your lashes, you want to do your hair, you want to do makeup, you go to her. She has a fine studio and she smells amazing. And that is Greenwich Village by Bond Number 9. This is a boss scent. It smells amazing. This is my favorite Bond Number 9 right now. And I got this in Nomad, and I blew through Nomad in like 4 days. In 4 or 5 days, I was right here with Nomad. I'm like, what's going on? But Greenwich Village, I remember adding this on my wish list a few years ago, and then I just never got to it. And then I think it was a year and a half or 2 ago, Erin Nicole here on YouTube. She did a video about it, 10 over 10, 10, 10 fragrances, I think. And she talked about it as well. And she smelt it and she was like, delicious. I love Erin Nicole. When she talked about it, I'm like, oh, I need to get it. She always talked about this fragrance. So I would say I need to get it and I'll end up buying something else. So I'm happy that I finally added it. What pushed me was a subscriber. She's the aromatic doctor on Instagram. We were chatting in the DMs and she sent me a link that Bond Number 9, they were having sales for Mother's Day, that I can get Greenwich Village, Nomad, like it was a set. And I'm like, you're not good for business, okay? You're draining me. You're sending me this. She sent me this. She sent me Overture. She was sending me a bunch of fragrances. I'm like, you're trying to make me broke, sis. But she's so amazing. So I ended up picking up Nomad and I picked this up. And I missed out on Overture because I was so lazy. I missed out on the sale that she found on Overture. If you find that sale, you have to let me know because I need to pick that up. But yes, this is Greenwich Village from the house of Bond Number 9. This is a boss, a sexy boss. This, they say this smells like Baccarat Rouge 540. I can see why. I really can see why. I can see why, but it's, to me, this goes in a different direction. This has mandarin in it. It has mandarin. It has jasmine. The peony here, I don't smell it, which I'm thankful for. It has lychee. I really don't smell it, but the base, you get ambroxan, you get praline, you get vanilla, you get musk. So when I smell it, I get mandarin, I get jasmine, and I get that praline vanilla vibe. This is amazing. It is stunning, and you need to get your nose on it. The next fragrance on my Boss Babe scent list is, I went through 2 travel sprays of it before I bought the real deal. This, I think in 2019 or 2020, those 2, was it 2 or 3 travel spray was like me in a bottle. This, when I tell you, this is a Boss Babe scent, and that is Oud Satin Mood from MFK. My bottle is still full. That's because I blew through the travel sizes that I got. They were good travel sizes. I had like 2 or 3 of those. I was blowing through it, and I think that I got the full bottle, and then I kind of moved on a bit because I started buying more fragrances, and I kept switching. And then I came back to it recently after I went through my the 3rd travel spray, and I'm like, damn, this is such a Boss Babe. This is a dark, twisted Boss Babe. Like, this is so sexy. It's so seductive. She is the Boss Babe that has her own money. She does not need yours. And if you mess with her, if you're trying to mess with her, try to play her, she's out the door because she doesn't have time for BS. She does not have time for you. The Boss Babe that owns this, she does not put up with any and everything because she has stuff going on for her. I'm seeing a career-driven woman. She has a really good career. She's moving up the ladder. This is such a Boss Babe scent. When I think of a Boss Babe, like that Boss Babe that you can't talk to, like I'm not approachable kind of boss. I think about this. Now, the next Boss Babe scent is a transition from Oud Satin Mood. This smells a little bit similar. This is also that you can't talk to me. I am not approachable because I have a lot of money. I'm a boss. I own my own business. If you want to get to know me, the only way you can know me is through people that already know me. You cannot just come and say hi and start having a conversation like, who are you? who are you? You're talking to me? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? And that is from the house of Sillage. This is Passion de l'Amour. This fragrance has raspberry. It's powdery, such a boss. It has raspberry, it has patchouli, it has oud. When I wear this fragrance and I walk into a room, you gotta sit up straight. I don't give up if I was late. Dinner with my man on the G5 is my idea of an update. This is so good. This is such a beautiful scent. And the cupcake is also sexy. The next Boss Babe scent in my collection is, this is, you know what I call this? This is that influencer Boss Babe. She has her own business, but she's an independent fashionista. She moves the culture forward. She gets those ready to wear pieces before it drops to show us. So her business is in fashion. And that is from my favorite house. This is Boss Babe. That is Overture from the House of Zerjov. This and Accento are neck and neck for my favorite Zerjovs right now. This has fig. It has incense, but it's like, it's fruity, it's floral. It has so many elements. It's dark, it's whimsical. It's just, it's so perfect. I'm addicted to this scent. Like, when I'm doing my year-end list for my favorite fragrances for 2023, this I think would definitely be on the list because it's another light bottle. This is so gorgeous. When I think about this, I think of that top tier influencer that's at the top of her game that has like 1, 2, 3 million subscribers, and she would do videos and show us the latest pieces by Luewe, you know, his actual brand, the JW Anderson brand. She would give us some Jacquemus ready to wear pieces. Like, she's very edgy, but she's a boss because she owns her own business. She's working directly with brands. She's getting flown out on brand trips. That's the kind of boss that wears this fragrance. So if you want to be an influencer and have your own business and get to work with the big brands, you need to get yourself Overture, because Overture is going to take you there. But you have to be a fashion girl. This is a totally, like, this is a fashion girl boss babe. She's going to start going to all the shows. She's going to New York Fashion Week. She's going to Paris Fashion Week. She's getting front row seats. She is also rocking the Louis Vuitton. That's that girl. And that is Overture from the House of Zerjos. Now, my next boss babe scent is a fragrance that doesn't do a lot of talking because there's money. When there's money, you don't talk too much. They say empty barrels make the loudest noise. So this barrel is full and she don't need to make any noise. And that is Oud Intense by Fragrance du Bois. This, I always tell you, is that Jeff Bezos' wife. If Elon Musk were to have a wife, because I don't think that Grimes doesn't smell like this. I feel like when I think of Grimes, I'm thinking more of zoologist. Like the brand Zoologist. I feel like there will be a fragrance in there for Grimes. But she's fabulous. I love her music. But that's what I think of if I were to pair her with a fragrance. But for this, I'm thinking Mark Zuckerberg's wife. Like, this is given. I'm not making a lot of noise. I'm in the background. I'm a boss though. I may create my own maybe business on the side. But you know what? I don't like to work. What is work? What's that? I'm just... essays are just calling me every other day to come pick a bag. You know what I say with this? This is that boss that rocks your Hermes Birkin in gold, Togo leather, gold hardware. This is such a boss scent. Like, if you want to try one fragrance from Fragrance du Bois, I think you should try this. The notes in here, you get jasmine in here. There's a hint of pineapple. There's ylang ylang. You get vanilla that gives it a little bit of sweetness. And the oud, to me, is like a drop of oud. The oud is not a lot. Oh, the atomizer is so wealthy. The atomizer for this is boss. Let me show you how it goes. Look at the atomizer. It just... that's how rich people are. They don't make a lot of noise. The atomizer doesn't make noise. It just goes... that's how you know you're a boss. The next Boss Babe fragrance in my collection is from the House of Creed. You know, this fragrance doesn't get a lot of love, but I feel like with me, I've been talking about it a little bit more lately, and that is Royal Princess Oud from the House of Creed. This... this is a boss. But for me, this boss is a boss that works hard. She is that C-level executive. She's a VP. She's a director. Like, she has a really good job, making really good money, drives a really nice car. So when she comes out of an Audi or a Mercedes, you just know that, you know, she's doing well, okay? This is a rich auntie vibe. Oh, I need to do a rich auntie vibe video. This is serving rich bee energy. This is rich auntie vibe energy. She has a good job. She's doing well. She's like the first person in your family to see luxury. That's what it's given. Like new money. This is so good, y'all. The oud in here is not so strong. And then the rose is like a dried rose, like that has a little bit of like sourness to it. This is such a stunning scent. A lot of people don't talk about Royal Princess Oud. Some people don't like it. It's not blind buy safe. But whenever I wear this, I always get asked, are you wearing Creed? I'm like, wow. It does have that Creed DNA in here, but that is Royal Princess Oud from the House of Creed. The next fragrance on my Boss Babe fragrance is giving Turkey. It's giving Turkey. We're going to Turkey with this fragrance. Are you coming to Turkey with me? That's all I'm getting with this. This is a woman that is the owner of, you know, she's like the owner of, you know, Home Goods that does like home decor, but she gets her home decor from Turkey. You know that kind of woman? That's what I get, because she has access to the 24 karat gold. You know, Turkey is known for like the gold furniture, the gold home decor. And look at the gold in here. This is Rose Amayad from the House of Atelier des Ors. Ah, this is so bossy. This is rose, is oud, but the rose in here is a jammy rose. It's that kind of rose you get from, I would say, you know, that Keali sweet diamond pink pepper kind of rose you get from Lush. Yeah, you get it from Lush Rose Jam, like that jammy rose from Love Chopard as well. Like, this is such a pretty rose. It's that portrait of a lady kind of vibe. This lady, like I said, she's the owner of a home decor, a home store, like a Home Goods, and she's from Turkey, or she travels to Turkey to get those finer home decor pieces. She's two more fragrances to go. The next fragrance on my Boss Babe scent list is from the House of Guerlain. And honestly, this is the only Guerlain fragrance I own. I want something from the La Materia line. I got a sample of a huge chunk. I got a sample of Angelique Noir, which now I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get Angelique Noir and Croix Gardenia, Rose Barbare. I didn't care for Rose Barbare as much. Tonka, I think it's called Tonka Imperial. Now, I loved Tonka Imperial. That was my first choice. So I may get Tonka Imperial, or I'll get Angelique Noir. Coeur Beluga was also okay, was nice. But I want to get the Tonka, I think it's called Tonka Imperial, or I'm going to get the Angelique Noir. But this is Santa Royale from the House of Guerlain. This is not just, we're not just going to Dubai. This is oil money. Generational wealth. The people that had money before the money, before the money, before the money. This is a woman that her family, they own oil wells. So her dad or grandpa gave her one of the oil wells to control. So she's controlling oil to export to countries that need oil, crude oil. That's what I get from this. This is a boss, an oil money boss. This has sandalwood, it has oud. If sometimes it feels like I don't really get rose from here, but this is sexy. This retails, I think, for $260. I think that this is worth it. But if you're lucky, you can get this from discounters, and if you're able to get it, you need to snag it, because this is really good. I have my dent so far is right about here. I love to layer this with YSL Rouge Velour, and it's incredible when I layer it. But this right here, Santa Royale, is everything. Like the last fragrance on my Boss Babe scent, when it's fall and winter and you want to be a boss, this is the last fragrance that's going to wrap up this Boss Babe list. This is an oldie but goodie. This fragrance was hyped up back in the day. I know they changed the packaging, but when I tell you, if you pull this out in the fall and winter, when you walk into a place, you're smelling like you just landed from Qatar and you landed with all the money in the world. You're a boss of the boss's boss. And that is Oud Bouquet by Lancome. This fragrance right here, but then it's sweet. The praline in here is really sweet. Praline it gets so sweet sometimes. I'm like, listen, I may go see a dentist, but with it in here, It is so perfectly formulated, like the formulation of this. Oh, it is so good. This fragrance right here in the winter, it shines through. This is a boss. A boss will wear this. This is the kind of boss that she can wear. If you wear this to work, it can get offensive. But if you're known for this and you're coming through the hallway, everyone's gonna start acting busy because they can smell you before you get there. So they know that they need to start typing like she's coming. She's coming. That's what I get from this. But this is rose. It is oud. It has praline. It is stunning. When I got it, I think back then it retailed for like $205 or $200, between $200 and $205 when I got this. But now I don't know. Everybody's hiking up their prices. I think this is like maybe $220 right now. I'm not sure, but you need to get your nose on this. I know. And that is Oud Bouquet from the house of Lancome. It's an ultimate boss babe scent. It says it's rose and praline. Gorgeous. And that is it, yo. Those are the fragrances from my collection that I picked for the boss babe scent. Do you own any of these fragrances I talked about? If you do, let me know. Do you have a fragrance that makes you feel like a boss, that makes you want to wear a suit and come out and make everybody shut up and sit up straight? Let me know your favorite scents that make you feel like a boss. I may need to check them out as well. But always remember, in all things, add glitter. Whenever you're in doubt, add more glitter. When all else fails, you need to try oud, because oud is the boss, the money, the royalty notes that makes you feel like a boss, and it will make you feel better. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video.